My mother called me and she told me that their neighbor was shot in her house by terrorists, and they got her phone and uploaded like live Facebook stream on her personal Facebook. She lived just next door to my grandmother, just in front of her, across the street. So that's when I realized that something very big and very awful is going to happen.
This is the safe room?
That's the safe. It's a short side.
Yeah.
Side, so the back. Those the bullet that passed through. When we came and we saw, I saw side from the window and I saw him laying on the floor, his face up. I was sure that they opened the windows and shot side. Only later we figured out that they shot him through the back, through the door. They opened the windows, you can see all the shot on the mamad, on the safe room wall, and they kidnapped Adina.
My grandfather held the door so strong that they couldn't open it. Later on, we found my grandmother's phone with blood all over him, and she texted someone from the kibbutz on 9:30 a.m. and she told him that my grandfather is hurt badly, he's bleeding out, she needs help, and he didn't reply. And then she texted him a few minutes later again, please, it's urgent, help me, I need help, he's injured. They exploded the window and succeeded to get in. That's when they shot again at my grandfather and make sure that he was dead. And they kidnapped her through the window.
See the gunshot on this side. The door was, because of all the burn, the door was locked. And we took a safe body out through the window.
When I saw the video of her on that motorcycle inside Gaza, sandwiched between two terrorists who probably just murdered her husband just in front of her eyes, she looked terrified. She was barefoot. She had no glasses on. She usually puts glasses to see. So at first, I was very angry. I don't want her to experience that kind of thing. Like why they didn't kill them together? Like why she needs to experience that? Why she needs to be there and to kept there as hostage? But I think that a few days later, when we understood the shock and the amount of people that got hurt, we started to gather a hope that she will come back, and that we're lucky that she did survive, and we just want her back home. You're so sweet. And this is in Lisbon, right? She was in the middle of the process earlier. She speaks Ladino, which is like Jewish Spanish language. And she's very connected to Portugal. She's visited there many, many times. Just last July, she and my grandfather were there. She's feeling very connected to that country. She always told us about the culture there and how people are so warm, and that she feels like really a part of something there. She's also like told me she was in Panama, and she saw like a restaurant with her last name, Galante. I just think that in our case, it too can help, because it help us to like gather more international help, and maybe like also recognition and empathy, because like, you know, today it happened to me, and tomorrow it can happen to anyone else.
נכון. Adina Moshe היא בת 72, היא גרה בקיבוץ ניר עוז.
I think that the families fight is the most important thing right now. We just want our loved ones back. We don't have a solution, and we don't claim we have a solution, and we don't claim for the right or wrong side. We just want our loved ones back, no matter what price. They were very peace activists. Like my grandma always, like, we used to make jokes on it. On 2014, they started to talk about tunnels, that there are tunnels like crossing the Gaza border, and maybe like a terrorist can appear in your house suddenly. And she always told me, I'm not scared. There are people like me. So one of them comes in a tunnel and appears in my living room and tell, hi, sweetie, take some coffee. I'll bring you some cookies, I'll bring you some food. And I'll sit with him and we talk about peace. And we talk about how to coexist. She believed it. They both believe that that day will come, and he will come soon. That's what makes everything even more sad and more unfair.